Hello swimmers! On this video we will talk about paddles. The main benefits of using paddles is that you will develop strength and a better pulling technique. Since the paddles are bigger than your hand, there will be more resistance when you pull. However, you will also go faster since you will be pulling more water with each stroke. This will give you the ability to swim for a longer period of time at a certain pace. Since every stroke is a little harder, you will develop more strength. As I mentioned on the last video on freestyle reach, paddles will exaggerate every movement you do, good or bad. So pay attention at how it feels when you glide, when you pull, and when you recover. Because chances are, you can improve those three things just by using paddles while you swim. As you know, shoulder stress and overuse is common in the swimming community. There are a few things to keep in mind before you put on paddles and start swimming with them. Number 1. If you have an injured shoulder, avoid using them. Number 2. If your paddles are too big for your hand, be careful. Number 3. If you have never used them or have weak shoulders, start slowly. Number 4. Be careful swimming backstroke or butterfly with them. We like taking the wristband of the paddle off and leaving the finger band on. If you swim correctly, you don't need it. If you don't swim correctly, you will probably lose the paddles when you swim. Make sure that your fingers are not widespread on the paddle. Try to keep them close to each other, as if you were swimming without the paddles. Try to pull with your chest and back muscles so you don't overuse your shoulders. Paddles are a good addition to your training. I recommend putting on paddles on the last round of a set. For example, if you're doing 4 rounds of 4-100 freestyle, you can do the last round of the 4-100s with paddles. This way, you will be able to keep that speed of the first rounds even if you are tired on the last round. I don't recommend using paddles for warm-up since it is harder to swim with them. Instead, use them in the main set when your shoulders are warmed up nicely. Having said that, it is possible to swim every stroke with paddles. But like I said, be more careful when you swim backstroke or butterfly, since those strokes are tougher on your shoulders. The one downside that I see is that when you take your paddles off, you will feel like you're not pulling water. Just the opposite of what you feel after you swim with a parachute and you take it off. So if you plan on swimming fast, don't use the paddles right before. I hope you find this video helpful. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our email list. We will start a monthly newsletter on things that are of interest to you. If you want to suggest an idea for our newsletter, be sure to leave us a comment or email us at skillsandtalents@gmail.com or skillsandtea@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Swim fast.